Trying not to fall and die. Oh wow, a bullet casing. Nice. Oh wow, a bone. Yeah, I'm gonna die. All right, the audio quality is probably terrible. I don't know how well you can even see me, and who knows, the camera might not even be on. I might have just been hallucinating just then. The quality is probably gonna be terrible. Probably gonna run out of battery or something real soon, or just die. Or the mic battery will just die. Or I will just die. Anyways. All right, so my name is Falmaran, I think. Globally famous for being completely unknown. And this is me talking into a camera. The only difference is it's a really wide shot. So none of this will probably be usable, but if it is, then congratulations me, I guess. So, yeah. This is some tips for how to get 0 subscribers. Now you might be asking, why would you want to get 0 subscribers? Because it's really not just, it's a way of life. It's a lifestyle that once you fully appreciate, you'll have a whole new understanding of everything. It gives you, having a YouTube channel with 0 subscribers gives you godlike powers that are unmatched by any of the matches in the place. It's a thing of immense pride and joy. It is a way of life. It's a lifestyle. I think I already said that. And there's something really cool about it. You know, if you have subscribers, the only point for having subscribers is A, it potentially increases the views of your videos, but that isn't as much the case anymore. And then B, it having subscribers, you know, once you upload a video, they can, you know, see that you uploaded a video in a thing feed that they won't probably see anyways. So, and then they have to like search for it anyways. So why not just search for your channel or just bookmark? Like, basically what it does is subscribing doesn't even mean getting notified, because there's like different options for how much you want to be notified after you subscribe. So it doesn't even notify you directly, and then what ends up happening is once you subscribe to more than like 10 people, you can get, you start to get constantly bombarded by just video after video, and then it's just and at some point you just can't keep up. And then at some point it's just like, what the hell's the point of even being subscribed anymore? And so being a 0 subscribers YouTube channel is really something that you should strive for, because it's less annoying. It gives you godlike powers. It's a way of life. It's a lifestyle. I think I already said that already. Anyways, this is how to do it. If anything I've said so far sounds interesting to you, this is the video that you want to watch. Because there's a lot of creators out there who just need to know the top 10 tips. Sort of medium-ish, middle tips, Goldilocks tips, speared tips, restaurant tips, tips to the police. Anyways, here it is, top 10 right now. the top of 10 is, the top of the top 10 is number 10 because it is the most top number, unmatched by all of other numbers, unmatched by all other numbers that are not 10, because it is the top 10. Starting out at number 10, don't upload anything. Now, this is a rule that I am breaking right now, so I think I might have to go to crime jail, but that is something that you need to do, and I'm sacrificing myself so that you can be enlightened and so that you can have a broader understanding and get into this way of life. It's a lifestyle. I already said that. But don't upload anything. If you don't upload anything, then the likelihood of you having subscribers is exponentially, it's infinitely exponentially less, which is more. For your way of life, it's a lifestyle. I already said that. So that's number one, don't upload anything. And I'm sacrificing myself right now to tell you that. Number two, no. Number 9, don't tell people to subscribe. Because if you tell people to subscribe, they'll be reminded that that's a thing that they can do. And like, say if you tell people to subscribe, they're less likely, I can talk. They're less likely to subscribe maybe, because if you tell them, so yeah, number 9 is don't tell people to subscribe. Make sure to not tell people to subscribe, because if you do, then if you tell them to remember to like, comment, and subscribe, then they might remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Now that's number 9 because it's important for you to do this, because by not telling people to subscribe, people might not think to subscribe. And this is what you want, because if people subscribe, you'll lose this way of life. It's a lifestyle. I already said that. Number 8. Check. You know, I'm kind of by the road, but I'm like, so I'm waiting for cars to go by. In actuality, I'm like probably 100 feet from, I'm far away from everything. I'm all alone. Somebody help me. I'm just kidding. But not really. Anyways, number 8 is tell people to subscribe, because, you know, in this modern ecosystem landscape, a lot of people are mistaken in their wants and desires, and are going over, they're trying to get things that are not good to attain. So in this modern ecosystem, they are telling people to subscribe. They being a lot of the people in this modern ecosystem of YouTube. And so what's happened is that a lot of people, viewers, your target audience, is being bombarded with reminders to, you know, like, comment, and subscribe, you know. But that's kind of annoying if it's literally every video that you watch all day. It's like we already have to deal with ads, and now we have to be reminded every day to do a thingy that we might want to do. That's not okay. And so what's happening is that people are refusing to subscribe if you tell them to subscribe. Not telling people to subscribe is the way that you get people to subscribe, because they're thinking, hey, this person is somebody who respects my better judgment. This is somebody who knows what they're doing, you know, who's aware of the modern landscape ecosystem, and will be there for me personally as a viewer, and will never do anything bad to warrant an apology video ever. And so I'll subscribe to them, and they do. So number 8 is tell people to subscribe. because if you do that, they'll be less likely to. If you do that, they'll be less likely to subscribe, which is good, because you want that way of life. It's a lifestyle. I already said that. All right, we have 3 down. Number 7. And this is a big one. This is a big one. This is probably the biggest one, aside from one that you will see today, that you will hear today. And number 7 is, don't look like you have any competence whatsoever. So if you know what you're doing, people might subscribe, and you don't want that, because it's a way of life, it's a lifestyle. I already said that. And so what you want is to show a complete and utter lack of competence, because your lack of confidence and your lack of competence and competence is your key trait in this modern ecosystem landscape, ecosystem that'll show what to do. Now, say things that don't make sense. Ramble to the camera for a while. Do barely any editing whatsoever. Pause abruptly. And then continue talking about the Titanic. I think it's a good boat. I think it was a sturdy boat. I think that it really was a boat that amplifies and signifies the complete success of boats in their kind. And I think that it was really a really good success. I think that the Titanic would invest. I think it's a good cryptocurrency. I think that it is going to the moon. I think it is going nothing but up. I think, it is a good idea to invest in this currency. And that is what we're doing today in this investing video. This is not financial advice whatsoever. Any financial advice located in this video is, in fact, not financial advice. And if you think that this is financial advice, then I'm sorry, but you're an idiot and you're dumb. So now I will be giving my tips of financial advice and strategies for investment in the market. We're going to be talking about bonds. We're going to be talking about a bunch of things. And at the end of the video, I will explain why NordVPN will change your life. Okay. Do something along the lines of incompetence, and you'll succeed somewhere along the lines of brilliance. Because having 0 subscribers, or close to 0 subscribers, because you need to go all the way. You can't just go all the way down the field. You have to go to the end of the field, because if you don't, you're a failure. And so you have to have 0 subscribers. And having 0 subscribers is great. It's fantastic. It's a way of life. It's a lifestyle. I already said that. Okay, number 6. Number 6 is okay. I'm gonna move to somewhere slightly different in the frame. Okay. I don't know how well you can see me, but number 6 is have bad audio quality. Have bad quality. Now, you could say this is a extension of 7, and you'd be completely wrong. Just ask any filmmaking, just ask any filmmaking channel on YouTube who's dedicated to showing how to grind sponsorships. I'm just kidding. No, forget I said that. Every YouTube channel about filmmaking who's explaining to you how to make your movies more cinematic fantastic. And they'll tell you that audio quality is the only quality that's a quality in today's YouTube landscape, YouTube ecosystem landscape. Okay. If you have good audio quality, you will fail in this YouTube landscape, YouTube. Not just as a person, but as a guy or a girl or a alien or a dog or a sausage. What the fuck? So number 6 is get bad audio quality, because they'll tell you to do good audio quality, and those people have subscribers. People who are telling you to have good audio quality, they have subscribers, and that's not what you want to do. So don't have good audio quality. The best way to record bad audio quality is to not care about the audio quality. Moving on. Number 5. Editing is for complete noobs and newbies and newborn babies. So don't do it. Unless you're a baby, which you're not supposed to be on YouTube. Come on, you have to wait a bunch of years. You're too young for this. You can't handle the hype. YouTube, it's too much for you. With that said, do not think that it's easy to have 0 subscribers, because it's not. If it was easy to have 0 subscribers, then anybody could do it. But you don't see a whole lot of people with. You see a lot, and you see a lot of people on YouTube. Most of them have subscribers, so that's evidence right there that it's hard. And I have firsthand experience in this. So yeah, number 5. So we had number 10 was don't upload anything. Number 9 was don't ask people to subscribe. Number 8 was ask people to subscribe. Number 7 was wait. Audio. Anyways, number 5 is editing. Don't edit. So what you want to do is you want to just stand in front of the camera, or sit in front of the camera, or sit and stand or walk in front of the camera. And then what you want to do is upload the entire bit of footage with no editing whatsoever. Editing is for newborn babies. I think I already said that, but you don't want to do it, because having editing will show people that that you can edit, and that's for suckers, and they'll subscribe. And so you'll lose that way of life. It's a lifestyle. Wait, I already said that. So that's number 5. Number 4, now we're getting to the big stuff. You might be thinking, hey, where are you? And that is a great question. Anyways, number 4, is don't have a point to your videos. So there's a type of genre. Once upon a time, there was a camera, and the person was like, yo, what if I just filmed my life? And that's what they did. And so you might be aware of a little thing called vlogs. What I want you to do is don't make vlogs, make random bits of footage. There's a difference. Because a vlog, albeit general and summary and point and generally everything, a vlog has a point. And if you have a point, people might subscribe. And you don't want people to do that, so don't do that. You want to upload random bits of footage if you upload anything at all. So just upload random bits of footage from your life, but have no rhyme and reason. There should be no rhyming or reasoning in your video. There should be no beats. There should be no point to anything. I want you to completely ignore all reasons for everything. Just start recording with the camera, even if you don't have a point to, and then boom. And make sure not to edit it or have good audio quality or tell people to subscribe or don't tell people to subscribe. You get it. You get it. You've watched the video so far. Great. And I am sacrificing myself there too because I have a point to this video, which is a really not a good thing for me to do, but I'm sacrificing myself so that you can succeed, because having 0 subscribers is not just a way of life, it's a lifestyle. That's number 4. Okay, number 3. Number 3 is really important because the third number is always really important. Being the third number, being the third to last number in the top 10. The third number being the 8th number, but it's the third number right now. The third number is very important. The third number, the number 3, top 10 is, if you are going to have a 0 subscriber YouTube channel, and if you are going to have a way of life, it's a lifestyle. I already said that. If you're going to have that, be mentally ready. Mentally prepare yourself. Meditate. Drink guava juice. Drink Gatorade, because you need to mentally prepare yourself for this task. I want you to go out in the middle of nowhere and then come back from the middle of nowhere. I want you to go to spots away and I want you to come back. I want you to do nothing while you're doing any of that. And I want you to stay home, because if you do not mentally prepare yourself for the grueling task of having 0 subscribers, then not only will you fail, but you will doubly fail. Now that's a double fail. And some people say that a double fail, it cancels out and becomes a success. But that's not true. That's just stupid. The people who say that are stupid. Don't be stupid. Be a 0 subscriber YouTube channel, because it's not just a way of life, it's a lifestyle. Prepare yourself mentally, number 3. Number 2, second to last one. This one, I thought about switching around 2 and 3, but I think that it's better here. It kind of is an extension of prepare yourself mentally, but you need to prepare yourself physically. Now, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? I want you to buy the newest and greatest equipment and the newest and greatest YouTube filmmaking equipment. I want you to get the newest and best microphones, cameras, tripods, light stands, lights, boom poles, lasagna, a picture of a rat. Wow, isn't it amazing? I don't think I'm getting the top of the tree in frame, and it's pissing me off. Pro tip: learn how to do things. Oh wow, a plane. Planes were invented in the past and have been existing in some form ever since. Let's see if I can get myself in frame here. Wow, that looks like a thing. You might get a close-up of my face. All right. Goddamn weed. By weed, I mean blackberry bush. Dangerous. All right. So, now you are looking at me close up. Don't know how it looks. I can't see how it looks, so I hope it looks good. My camera shut off randomly, so I went back to check it, which was great because it made me stop in the middle of doing things. And now I'm back. Now I'm back. Okay. So yeah, now you can see my face. Yeah, you can see my face better now because I changed the angle because my camera shut off randomly. So I had to go back and fiddle with it and whatever. So I just brought it back to generally where I was before, but now I'm closer up so you can see my face better. And I changed the angle. Hi, I'm Falmoran, the person who's just been talking for the past couple centuries. So, buy the newest and greatest filming equipment for your YouTube channel, your 0 subscriber YouTube channel. The newest and greatest filmmaking equipment of 2005. Now, if you do that, you'll be leagues ahead because I think that would be the case. But actually, now that I think about it, people like that kind of retro look. So maybe that's not the best idea because like there's a whole thing on YouTube of like like kind of old looking videos, not old looking, well, yeah, but because of the stuff, they're like just, and they're really, really wholesome videos of like just somebody's cat or dog. And those are shot on like older cameras that might be around. So scrap that. Talk is completely take back your words and completely change your mind on something mid-video. Start saying something and then immediately say something that completely contradicts it. Completely prove that you are wrong in the same video. And I just gave you an intentional example of that. Jesus, it's cold out here. It's cold. Why does it have to be so cold? Retrace your steps mid-video. But then don't edit it out because that would be editing and that's against the law. So don't, and moving on. It's really nice out here, but it's cold. I should probably wear something warmer. That's all right. That's number 2. That's not number 2. Okay. In the YouTube landscape ecosystem landscape, if you want to achieve that dream of having a 0 subscriber YouTube channel, that, it's not just a way of life, it's a lifestyle. I already said that. You are going to need to compromise in your life. You're going to need to make personal sacrifices, make human sacrifices, and make offerings to the YouTube gods. Now, this can be done in a few different ways. The one I like the best is to create like a little altar and then just have like a picture of like somebody, and then have like little candles and then a few affirmations and then basically a 7-page essay to why you deserve this way of life. It's a lifestyle. And so you're going to need to do that. Make sacrifices in your life. It takes grinding. It takes grief. It takes griefing in Minecraft. It takes a whole other you. It takes struggle. It takes toil. It takes effort. It takes all the things that you see in your standard or hear in your standard or get suggested that you might end up hearing in your standard how to get rich quick trailer for a how to get rich quick masterclass series by somebody who owns a very large quantity of high-end sports cars. So you're going to need to do that. You're going to need to sacrifice. And whatever that means to you, as long as you do it. Is that a helicopter? No, it's just a broken truck. Okay. You're going to need to sacrifice. Finally, and it is getting cold, so I am wrapping this up. Uh, you need to, this is kind of moving on from one of the previous ones of just record randomly. Do random record, just bring your camera out into the middle of nowhere and then like not even have a point for it and just kind of start talking until you you feel like you've talked enough. That's kind of an extension of that, but length of stuff, length of your videos. That's the number one thing, is if you don't want subscribers, and this is just for general. This is, this is not just for a way of life, it's a lifestyle. But this is also for being a better person, being a better person on YouTube, being a better YouTuber on YouTube. And that is the length of your videos. People talk a lot about it because it's important. You're going to need just the perfect length of videos. You want it to be too long and too short. Ideally, the length would be 0, but we already covered that. But we all know that, to really, you don't really have, yes, it is a YouTube account, but if we're being honest, to be a 0 subscriber YouTube channel, you have to actually be a YouTube channel and not just a YouTube account commenting on random things. Yeah. So if ideally the length would be 0 of your videos, but that's not going to happen. So make it too long, but also too short, but just not short enough, but longer than it needs to be. Just keep on going until you have done enough where it would make people click off, because people have a low attention span, but make it long and make it too long, but also don't make it long enough because, you wouldn't want it to be a full video, now would you? So not a full video, just keep on going and going and going, and then just kind of stop dramatically. And all of a sudden, because you want to do a full thing, you want to do a big video, but what you don't want to do, what you really don't want to do, it's getting cold, what you really don't want to do is have a coherent anything. I've already stated that, but so many people get this wrong. They're like, okay, I am going to have a 0 subscriber YouTube channel and I'm going to put in the effort, but they just make their video the right length. Don't do that. Don't do that. So a good way to not, because every video is different, so I can't say 5 minutes is the best or 10 minutes is the best, because in actuality, even if you are trying to get subscribers, making a video 10 minutes isn't actually going to help that much. Just like doing anything else isn't going to actually help that much. The only thing determining whether you get subscribers, whether you get viewers, is the people who are watching you. Because yeah, there's all these tips and tricks and whatever, but it's about what people watch and what people continue watching. That's all the algorithm gods want, is they want people to be continue watching. They want them to come back to you, or they want to just come back to YouTube. They want people to get stuck on YouTube. And the algorithm achieves that by, oh wow, another plane, by recommending channels which do that. It doesn't even have to be more complicated than that. Yes, there are things in place, but the biggest thing is the people, your customers. What you want to do is you want to make sure it's not the right length. Because if you make it the right length, people might subscribe, and that's not what you want. Fail everything. So yeah, don't have a coherent anything. And a good way for that, for any video, is you should have no point, but you should have no beginning, no middle, no ending. And I already am sacrificing myself greatly here, because there kind of is an ending, but there's not. It's just that it's number 1. Let's go. It's done. The video is done. I'm cold. I'm gonna probably get the hell out of here. So yeah, just kind of end your videos abruptly with like no outro. Shit, I just did an outro. It's cold. Tip number 0, fail at everything. Okay, I am cold. I am done with being out here. I'm done with this. Farmeran out. Wait, I just did an outro. Shit. It's cold. I'm out of here. This sucks, bro. Come on. This is bad.